Hello my people. So let me show you how we can create a pivot table and also a pivot chart in Excel. Remember, a pivot table is used to summarize your data, then pivot chart is used just to visualize those summaries. So we just go to data, we are going to load our CSV data, then I go to get data from file, I want to load a CSV data, then I'll pick this data called Bungoma Hospital data, then I click import. Then after that, the data is going to display in the navigator. Then you just click load. Then now this is the data. This is now the data. This is the data. This is how the data contains columns like age, gender, department, diagnosis. We have discharge date, treatment cost, length of stay, and so on. So for example, you want to see the treatment cost for in each department or for each diagnosis. What you do, you just go to insert. So you're going to insert a pivot table, then you click on pivot table. From table range, it is going to pick the range of the data, then new worksheet, then you just click OK. After clicking OK, you can see this now, the page for the pivot table. Here is the pivot table. Then these are the columns from your data. Then here we have the column section, the row section, the values, the filters. So for example, we want to see the treatment cost for each diagnosis. We come and pick diagnosis, then we put it under rows. Then we look for cost. We look for cost. We pick cost. We drag it under values. Then this will be the sum of treatment cost per diagnosis. After insert this now the pivot table. After inserting the pivot table, we now insert a pivot chart. For the pivot chart, you can see up here in the menu bar, you can look, there is a pivot chart, so just click on the pivot chart. Then it's going to insert the pivot chart. Yeah, then you can pick the type of the pivot chart that you want. For example, you can pick this one, then you just click OK. This now the pivot chart, as you can see. When you click on this plus sign, you can remove grid lines, you can remove legend, and so on. Also, we can remove these ones, we can hide them, you just right click on it, then you click hide all fields on button. Then for example, we want to add values, we go to design, then we look where there are values, for example this one, or this one, or this one. Yeah, for example this one, let's say we want like this one, just click on it. Then in case you want to do title, we can just call it, for example, you can call it treatment cost per diagnosis. Then like that will be the title, treatment cost per diagnosis. Then in case I want to edit data labels, I just right click, then click format data labels, like that. Then I want it maybe to be inside and they can be in that particular place, like that. So this is now what we call the pivot chart. You can decide to show values as right click, then you show values as percentage of grant total, like that. Then you can see that these particular values will be now percentages. So this is how to create a pivot table and also a pivot chart in Excel. Stay locked as I'll be showing you next other things like how to create a dashboard. Yeah.